We all know how important testing is. It's how you discover bugs in your software, or whether your new apps and features work the way they should. But which tests do you need to run? Find out with Resilient. We set new standards in the world of testing as a service. Our experts cover every stage of every test, so you'll have the right people with the right skills running the right tests for you. Everything you want to know is displayed on a comprehensive dashboard. It's tailored to your needs. And with 24/7 monitoring, you're instantly alerted if a critical user story fails. Peace of mind for a simple, fixed monthly rate. It's time to identify and iron out the bugs, bring your products and features to market sooner, and deliver greater user satisfaction. Ask Resilient for your demonstration today. Resilient, guardians of the connected world.
TiVo makes it easy for people to find, watch, and enjoy their favorite movies, TV shows, and sports across streaming services in one simple and intuitive experience. Now, TiVo invites you to enter the future of smart TV. Powered by TiVo, the independent media platform, we're engineering the smart TV revolution. This rich content-first experience has best-in-class voice control.
Show me your newest comedies.
Delivering the ultimate home entertainment experience every time they turn on the TV. Co-branded, powered by TiVo, smart TVs create superfans for life by enabling TV OEMs and consumers to own their TV experience. We are built for partnerships. Lifetime customer relationships deliver recurring revenue for our brands. Adopted by global and local streaming services, powered by TiVo, smart TVs deliver the ultimate independent media platform. Powered by TiVo. Welcome to the next evolution of smart TV.
Addressable TV reaches new heights. With switch-in spots, broadcasters and advertisers can reach audiences when changing a channel. But how to make it a good experience for the viewers without being intrusive? Switch-in spots utilizes HBBTV with IP-based overlays. Advertisers can catch viewers' attention for a short moment when tuning into a channel. The marketing message gets delivered even before the viewer dives deeper into the program flow and is not interrupting much.
Hello and welcome to the second edition of the HBBTV Symposium and Awards 2024 preview series. Today, 10 speakers are going to give you updates and insights on the latest new developments in the HBBTV community, new products, services and developments, and what you can expect from the symposium taking place this year in London on the 14th and 15th of November. And there are two important dates I'd like to remind you of first. First of all, it's exactly 4 weeks till the symposium will take place. So be quick and secure your tickets because there's a reason for that. Today at midnight CET, the early bird discount period will expire. So this will be closing tonight. So use that opportunity to register and secure your tickets for the symposium at a discount. I'd like to welcome now the first speaker all the way from Italy, Stefano Baghieri from Mediaset MFE. Welcome to the virtual stage. Oh, it's Frode. Frode, you've also appeared, but it's Stefano first. Okay.
Okay, so just let me share.
So we're keen on hearing dates from what's new at Mediaset and what to expect at the symposium.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Let's see if we can see your slides.
You see my slide?
No.
Oh,
Let's see. Now something's happening. We can see a presentation. If you turn that into presentation mode.
Is it
We're all set.
already in the presentation mode?
No, not yet. It says overall diagram. And it's not yet in presentation mode. It's in the edit mode. TA in DVBI. Now it's disappeared again. Maybe to just give you a quick overview, we're going to hear a bit more about the unconference format later on after this first virtual roundtable. And there's a second virtual roundtable with further guests. And then at the end, we'll hear a couple of concluding words and an invitation to everybody to join the symposium by the HBBTV Symposium Chairman Vincent Crivet. Now it's all set and in presentation mode. So
Okay,
welcome,
good.
Stefano.
Sorry for this. So good afternoon, and thanks Jorn for giving me the opportunity to share with you one of the activities I will present to the incoming symposium, which is the implementation of target advertisement in DVBI contest. So let me start from this slide, which is, it is the 2019 when we presented the first implementation of an HBBTV application performing target advertisement and so ad substitution. From that time, of course, things are changed. And as you can see, in the last event, we heard that there are two hot topics in the air, which are DVBI and target advertisement. So why don't put them together, having again target advertisement in DVBI context? The solution which will be presented at the symposium is one of the activity we are performing within the DVBI POC phase 2 in Mediaset. Basic characteristics are the one listed here. It is fully based on already available open standard. For what concerns HBBTV, the terminal shall be compliant with HBBTV core specification greater than 2.0. For what concerns DVB, we as Mediaset, we are focusing our work in DVBI, so we need that the terminal is compliant to the revision 5 of the specification, because the national profile point to this version. Highlighted in red is the newest specification coming again from DVB. It is the DVB TA Part 3, which is the continuation, let me say in this way, with respect to the DVB TA Part 1, which is the one used for the targeted advertisement in RF using the HBBTV TA specification. The solution is based on a client-side ad substitution, where we have an HBBTV application which performs the substitution. As I said, there are no proprietary solutions in this, so it is fully in agreement with the standard, and because of course, as usual, we are focusing on horizontal market. So, with this slide, there is a very high-level description of the system, where we can find 3 main blocks. The block number 1 is where the new specification from DVB is applied, and it is related to the creation and the insertion of the placement of opportunity. One important note is that because DVB TA Part 3 is the continuation of the Part 1, we had to make no changes to the Mediaset infrastructure in order to create signaling for dash content. The block number 2 is where HBBTV makes the magic. So we have an HBBTV application which is able to acquire and manage the placement opportunity carried by the DVB dash content and perform the switch. Of course, in this case, it is a switch broadband to broadband and vice versa. Here we, as I said before, we base all the implementation on the HBBTV core specification and the DVBI1. The block 3 is all related to the dialogue between the HBBTV system and the Mediaset backend. And in this case too, the very important thing is to know that no changes. We have to make no changes because it is the same environment as the target advertisement we already perform in RF signal. Quite fast.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
That's all.
And
See you in London.
I quite like the phrase HBBTV does the magic. So
Yeah.
we'll hear more about that from you in London. So thank you very much, Stefano. Yeah. See you in London. And of course, we'll stay in Italy for now. And I'd like to welcome Romualdo Federico from Kineton, who's going to give us an update from Kineton's London experience.
Hi, Jorn. Thanks for this opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. So it's always a pleasure to be here and to take again to be part of the next Symposium event in London. We are excited, of course, to showcase our latest innovation and innovatives at the forefront of the HBBTV technology. And of course, our presence here represent our continued commitment to diving into the future of TV experiences. So I will be brief. I will give you an overview of what we are bringing to the table this year. So one of the key area of interest for us, of course, is the DVBI, which is transforming how the delivery of linear TV over the internet. So ensuring that the viewers can enjoy and have a seamless experience across both traditional broadcast and IP networks. So we have been, and actually we are involved in the DVBI trial for the Italian market. And in line with this, we have recently announced the integration of the DVBI DTG test suite inside our Kineton Mediaset test harness. This integration for us is a major milestone because, of course, it enhances our ability to offer to broadcasters and manufacturers a comprehensive stream-led testing solution. And with this test suite, we ensure a compliance and interoperability, helping shareholders in the industry guarantee their DVBI services that meet, of course, the highest standard of quality and functionality. So I don't want to give too many spoilers, but I'm excited to say that at the next event in London, so less than a month, we will unveil definitive support for all the test suite necessary to cover certifications for devices, so both for TV and set-top boxes across Europe, and not only, because this will even extend to the Australia and New Zealand market. So ensuring that our solution is globally robust. Of course, we will show more on that, as I said, in less than a month in London. So this keep always, of course, challenges because to overcome the problems that are behind every step that we perform. But our goal is to make the HBBTV experience as seamless and effective as possible for both broadcasters and viewers. So looking ahead, our commitment, as I said, remains strong. We are excited about the future and the role we will continue to keep to play in the DVBI, but not only, also in the target advertising and in the addressable TV. So this symposium is an incredible opportunity for us to have, of course, exchanging ideas and collaborating on the future of the television. So,
thank you. You've already mentioned two important words, compliance and interoperability. That will be playing a core role at the Symposium in London, of course, and we'll be very keen on hearing what you've got to unveil there for us. So thank you very much. Now we'll move on to one of the true veterans of the HBBTV community, Frode Hernes, working at Xperi, and he's been a board member since 2012, more than 10 years, but for even longer, you've been developing HBBTV solutions for TV set manufacturers. And of course, we are very keen on hearing what you've got to share with us in London, Frode.
Thanks, Jon. Yes, this has been a ride. HBBTV now for 12, 14 years. And with Viewed software, which I came from, we started delivering to smart TVs before that, and we've been delivering middleware all the time. But now the big thing over the last 2 years is we are now part of the Xperi family, meaning that we work together with TiVo and DTS and other members of that family to give a greater experience, to give more components of the total experience. But for HBBTV, we still market the viewed core product, which has been around under the name Opera TV product and now viewed core. It's a part of middleware, so it's not very visible. And I think we celebrate the 20th anniversary this year after delivering this to France set-top boxes in 2004. But our main investments lately has been in HBBTV Op-App. We've been working very closely with Freely, both to support their efforts, but mainly to support our customers' efforts. So we've been delivering Op-App support to several customers, which are now certified with Freely, and some of these devices have been on the market all summer, and more will come over the next few weeks and months. And of course, HBBTV Op-App in a new flavor, the version 2 that Freely uses, is a very complex platform for TV applications. So we're very proud to see that finally happening out in the market and giving real value to consumers. But also, since, as I said, viewed core is an invisible middleware, we don't really bring viewed core to demo. That's very boring. So this time we're bringing our family member TiVo OS, the new TV operating system for smart TVs, independent and modern, and can do more or less all the other platforms can do, but in a better way, more efficient, smaller, and more consumer friendly. So we're bringing TiVo OS to the show, and we will demo TiVo OS, and by that demoing the HBBTV capabilities of viewed core, including Freely support in our booth in London. So look very much forward to get there and to see you all there.
Thank you. You've already mentioned Freely. This is, of course, an important partner, of course, for the HBBTV Association, because their parent company, as you know, Freely is backed by Everyone TV, which is a joint venture by the BBC, ITV, Channel 4 and Channel 5, the UK's public service broadcasters, is also the co-host of this year's HBBTV Symposium in London. So we'll be hearing a lot about the Op-App and Freely, which is based on the new version of the Op-App, and all the people working in the machine rooms like you do, Frode and others, making sure that technology that's in the background never becomes visible, because if it becomes visible, and you mentioned that it's invisible, there's usually a problem with it. So we don't want to see the technology, but we want to hear all about it. So thank you very much for this update. And now it's time to give you a little insight on something important at this year's symposium, that is the unconference. We're doing it for the second time this year after the successful introduction last year. The unconference on the second day, on the 15th of November, is a day that is fully devoted to the things that are important to the community. So it can be challenges, open questions, things to discuss, anything. And the members, the delegates themselves, they can decide about what they want to talk about. They for example, propose sessions or round tables, anything they like, and then the delegates at the spot right there in London decide which session they would like to join. There are about 4 to 5 parallel sessions, and last thing I'll mention is that on the website of the HBBTV Association, there's already the Unconference Hub on the Symposium microsite, where you are invited to submit ideas so everybody can see what you're planning to hand in at the Unconference on day 2. Now we've got somebody here who's going to let you know about the Unconference session they are going to propose. That's Van from the HBBTV testing group. You're the chair of the testing group, and you're going to tell us as an example all about the session you will be submitting together with a couple of colleagues. Welcome, Van.
Thank you, Jens. Hello, everyone. So I'd like to invite you to join the Unconference sessions on the second day of the symposium, where, as Jens already said, all subjects can be proposed by any attendee. And in particular, to participate in the sessions on the future of HBBTV device conformance testing and the potential roles for reference apps. Before you wonder if this will be not the success story of HBBTV testing, the answer is not really. These sessions will concentrate on the future technical advancements necessary to keep testing tools aligned with current and emerging HBTV technology deployments. So with James Jackson from Everyone TV, Romualdo Federico from Kineton, who you just met at Roundtable today, and Jan Kierger as moderators, who is also here today. We will discuss the challenges of current approaches to HBTV device testing and explored potential future approaches that might address these issues. And in particular, we will discuss common issues observed when testing device and app compatibility. We will share experiences from using reference apps by some markets to assist testing process. We will highlight limitations in current approaches with reference apps. And most importantly, we'd like to gather views from stakeholders and discuss what would help address current challenges. So if you are interested in shaping the future requirements for testing tools, please join us, exchange views, contribute to the discussions. We very much want to learn new ideas from you. And by the way, there will be a success story of HBBTV testing on the first conference day, because we believe that a lot has been done and it's worth having an insight into the current situations before brainstorming about possible improvements. So with Bob Campbell, Chair of Improving Interoperability Task Force, Ranjit Kaur from DTG, and John Bisings presenting both HBTV and TP Visions, we will discuss HBTV unified approach to interoperability and robustness in next-gen devices and services. It's quite a long and fancy title. In short, these sessions will highlight the essential roles of testing in the development of HBTV clients and applications. We will discuss how to leverage testing to create reliable and interoperable products and services. So I think that's it. Join us for insightful sessions delving into the work of HBBTV testings and exploring its pivotal roles in achieving interoperability. We all look forward to seeing you in London.
Absolutely, and you've already mentioned the important keywords: interoperability, device testing, and conformance achievement. Of course, these are the main things, making sure that the specifications are met, and so the viewer has a really compelling TV experience at the best possible way. Thank you very much, Van, for this update. Looking forward to meeting you in London. And Bob has been mentioned already. He's joining us later on in the second roundtable, which I have the pleasure of opening right now. We have 4 speakers giving you further details by leading market players about what you can expect in London, new products, services, new developments, and what else is on their mind. So, Jeff, welcome, and I'd like to hear from you.
Excellent. Good afternoon. You hear me okay?
Yes, fine.
All good. Yeah, I'm Jeff Hunter, Chief Architect for UView, based here in London. I mean, as a business, you may not be familiar with this, but we've been supporting our customers for over a decade, providing connected television solutions and services to household names, British Telecom, TalkTalk, and Sony. And we're backed by shareholders that include public broadcasters here in the UK, so BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5. We are one of the newest members. I think we were the newest member in Naples last year, and I attended the Symposium, which was excellent. So well done, the organisers. I'm very much looking forward to this year in London, so no pressure to repeat that. One of the things that we're really excited to talk about is our partnership with Everyone TV, and that's developing and operating solutions to bring the Freely service to market here in the UK. And that's really required us to break new ground on some of the features that have just appeared in the newest HBBTV specifications. And I'm sure it's something you're going to hear a lot more about at the Symposium. As part of that work, we developed an HBBTV operator app, that brings the Freely user experience to life, working closely with everyone TD on the user interface design. We also work closely with partners, TV partners, Vestel, Hisense, Xperi, as Frodo was saying earlier, and many content providers to bring that whole end-to-end solution to life. But the operator app was only part of what we've done. We've also developed an IP video player, and that's really used some of those most cutting-edge specs, the HBBTV second video window. And this works alongside the Freely operator app to give the consumer access to linear channels over IP. And a really great feature of this for the consumer is that those channels are presented within a very familiar looking unified guide, which means no need to jump around between different apps. And that gives us channel change performance very, very similar to that you can get for DVB broadcast, which is exactly in line with UView expectation. But the real trick is to do all that whilst enabling the content providers to remain in control of the operation and, crucially, monetization of their channels. So we think it's a great, great solution that we've helped to bring to market. So if you'd like to find out more about that or about other solutions that we provide, particularly in the area of targeted advertising, which I know is a big theme for the symposium, we'll have a stand there and their colleagues will be on hand. And I'd also like to direct you to one of the day one roundtables where one of my colleagues, Alexis Ashley, will be there. Well worth listening about what she has to say about IP video delivery using HBBTV. Otherwise, look forward to catching up. Wish everyone an enjoyable and productive event.
Thank you very much, Jeff, from UView, one of the masterminds behind the HBBTV op-app driving Freely, which is probably the most advanced op-app-based service currently live there in the market. So I'm very excited to hearing more about that in London. I'd like to move on now to the next speaker, Neil Ferguson from SourcePoint, and what you have to share and bring along to London for us. Thank you.
Hey there. Can you hear me okay, first of all?
Yes, it's fine.
Cool. So hi, lovely to meet you all, and thanks for the invitation to join the call. My name is Niall Ferguson, and I'm the European Managing Director for SourcePoint. So SourcePoint, which may be new to some of you, though I do recognize some of the companies on the call. SourcePoint is a privacy technology company, and we provide data privacy and consent management solutions and support for many media groups, brands, and enterprises throughout the UK, where I am based, as well as the EU, APAC, and the US. So we have offices in New York, London, Berlin, and we work with Cibo, a key strategic partner in Madrid. And this is our first time at the HBBTV Symposium and our first ever HBBTV event, so please be gentle with us. As I mentioned, we count numerous broadcasters, consumer tech OEMs, and multi-platform global publishing groups as our clients, and we support their consent management requirements across their entire portfolios and the platforms that carry their content. Our role is to ensure that they have the necessary tools to compliantly capture and communicate the data privacy and consent decisions of their users and viewers. So over the last 12 months, CTV has started to dominate the conversations we've been having as the sector wakes up to both the regulatory requirements of data protection and the benefits of a well thought through privacy and consent management strategy. And recently, we've turned our attention to all things HBBTV, which is obviously why we're here. As I mentioned, this is our first time at the HBBTV Symposium. We've kind of got two objectives for our time here. The first is to introduce ourselves and our consent management platform to the HBBTV community. And I suppose today is the beginning of that journey, so hello. The second is to learn as much as we can about how we can best support the HBBTV community, allowing us to develop and then future-proof our solution accordingly. So please come and say hello in London, help us to better understand how we can support the development of HBBTV, and let us tell you about SourcePoint, our consent management solutions, and how we can help you with the data privacy challenge that you are facing. So yeah, that's us. And yeah, as all the other speakers have said, really looking forward to seeing everybody in London, which is quite an easy journey for me. 45 minutes on the tube, I think.
A local hero. Thank you very much. And of course, welcome. And I'm sure it'll be a great debut for you at the HBBTV Symposium this year in London. Looking forward to meeting you there. Thank you very much. So from a newcomer, now we go and move on to one of the veterans, another one. He's Bob Campbell from Resilient. Bob has already been mentioned as being on the panel in London and being introduced by Van. So thank you very much, Bob, for joining us, and we're keen on hearing what you've got for us today.
Thanks, Hugh, and thanks for calling me a veteran. I feel like one.
It's positive.
Yeah. So, hi, everybody. Resilient has a long history in various guises before we became Resilient as a partner to launching streaming and broadcast platforms around the world. We've been involved in many HBBTV launches, from Freely TV, Love STV, going back to Freeview Play and Freeview platforms in Australia, New Zealand, and now even in the US for ATSC Next Gen TV, which is a similar hybrid platform to HBBTV. Resilient is a total quality 360-degree services provider. We do content QC for major studios. We do quality engineering services. We do conformance, interoperability, and cybersecurity testing services and tools. Something that's been mentioned a few times and that we're hearing an awful lot right now is the challenge that media platforms and device manufacturers have beyond implementing their foundation for conformance using test suites to getting to interoperability across applications and services and performance, robustness, user experience requirements that go above and beyond the standards and into what logo owners want to see. This is especially a problem for the large manufacturing base in Asia, who don't have always the access needed to live apps and streams. So what we're conscious of is also that platforms need to recognize the role that HBBTV has now is less strategic for them compared to streaming services that we all know and are well aware of, and even their own advertising-led channels, and the unnecessary barriers to supporting HBBTV need to go away and will impact what people choose to support in future. So we're looking at ways to unlock interoperability testing so it can happen earlier in the development cycle. We're looking at different ways of using automation, AI, machine learning, and vision, and our global lab footprint, especially our team in Shenzhen, who help manufacturers kind of unblock and get through different types of testing requirements. And one example that we'll be demonstrating in London is the CTA Wave web media application and Wave streaming media test suite, which will be added to the scope of our tools. The Wave test suites are an fully automated set of API and device media playback interoperability tests that ensure better support for a variety of playback requirements across the HTML5, MSE, EME environment. And Wave drives interoperability in streaming media between content and media playback devices. So it's relevant far beyond HBBTV. We'll also show new features of our HBBTV test harness, Legada, some exciting capabilities to accelerate development and QA teams, achieving conformance and interoperability, including DRM reference app integrations, DVBI, targeted advertising, freely op apps, and more. And as Van's mentioned, I'll speak on the first day about the conformance and interoperability tools available from HBBT in my role as the Improving Interop Task Force Chair. See you in London.
Thank you, Bob. I look forward to seeing you in London. And we're moving from the UK to Germany to the last speaker of this second roundtable. Sebastian Strothmann from Server-Side AI is waiting for us. And what are you going to bring to London for us?
Thank you, Jörn. First time at the Symposium. I'm already excited to find out when you call me a veteran the first time. So fingers crossed. I'm Sebastian. I'm responsible for product marketing for Server-Side AI. Anyhow, instead of a fancy slideshow, I decided to just flex the HBBTV award from 2021 around the corner. I hope that works for everyone as well. What do we do? So Server-Side AI operates in the Equative group, and we specialize on server-side ad insertion. Pretty obvious with the name. But beside SSAI, we can also bring the whole advertising value chain with Equative or other partners in the AdTech ecosystem. Who do we work for? It's mostly audience with our broadcast friends, of course. There's telcos and overall TV platforms that our solutions are designed for. We started with a focus on OTT many years ago, But we were confronted with customers who were looking for, let's say, a more holistic solution and wanted to reach their viewers wherever they appear. So of course, this was including classic linear broadcast TV as well. Therefore, we decided to adopt our product to also integrate dynamic ad substitution, so a hybrid server-side ad insertion, client-side ad insertion approach, finally allowing targeted ads in classic linear broadcast TV as well. The question we were asking us, or rather our customers were asking us, was how we can create additional inventory for broadcasters beside the classic scheduled ad breaks that everybody is aware of. What the people in our team, who are way smarter than I am, came up with is L-banner switch-in spots. So in a nutshell, what that is, we utilize the high attention momentum when somebody switches into the channel and then play out short ads in that area, including possibilities like retargeting, geolocation, and all possible to book programmatically. That's the main idea of the concept. We will showcase this in way more detail at our booth at the Symposium and also at a keynote on the first day on stage. I promise you'll also get a fancy slideshow then. But yeah, looking forward to see you all there and talk about it further.
Thank you very much. More advertising, more revenues. So lucky faces everywhere. Thank you very much, and look forward to hearing more about your invention in London. So for the last speaker, I have the pleasure of introducing the chairman of the HBBTV Association, Vincent Grivet. Vincent, welcome to this virtual stage. I think you're traveling probably, is that right?
Yes. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, great. Well, sorry for the so-so conditions. I am actually traveling. I'm in the southeast of France for today. Thank you very much, Jörn, and thank you very much to all the speakers. I think they have even increased my appetite to be at the symposium because it looks super exciting. I'm always very happy to reconnect and listen to our HBBTV usual suspects, the veterans, as you call them, Jörn. They are great friends, great contributors, but I'm also super interested and excited about the newcomers, and I was already very happy to hear today from SourcePoint and from server-side AI. I mean, these two companies are totally unknown to me, and I'm very excited to hear what they have to tell to the HBBTV community, and I'm also very honored and happy that HBBTV can attract such innovative newcomers. So that's a great moment. The symposium is always an exceptional and very interesting moment. It's great to have it back to London. I have never had an HBBTV symposium in London in my time, and I think HBBTV owes a lot to the UK market. UK is a super important market for HBBTV. I think reversely, HBBTV now is super important for UK, and I feel very honored but also very challenged that in a certain way with Freely, the UK broadcasters have tightly associated their future to the HBBTV specification, and it creates a lot of excitement, but it creates also a very big duty on the organization, and we are very conscious of that and very happy to celebrate that very tight connection between HBBTV and UK broadcast in London. I think you've said, and we've said in this webinar today, a few words about the unconference, and probably it's the second or third time we have that, and I would say I absolutely love it. On the first day, we hear on the normal things. They're super important. It's a great moment to get the updates on what happens around HBBTV. We can hear on the key achievements, and everything is very well crafted and organized, and it's great. And on the second day with the unconference, we hear on the unexpected things, and it's a great moment to hear what is high in the minds of the HBBTV community, not what is high in the mind of the steering group. And we hear about problems, we hear about ideas, we hear about potential new projects, and I find it a super exciting moment. So altogether, this looks absolutely great. I'm happy that in 1 month this will be for real. A big thank you to the speakers of today again, a big thank you to the organization team, a big thank you to the sponsors, and I look forward to meet everybody there.
Thank you, Vincent, for this update and your personal expectations. I look forward to meeting you in London, as always, at the Symposium. And of course, one thing, as always, at the Symposium, not to forget, is the awards. The celebration takes place on the evening of the first day, on the 14th of November. I can tell you that the shortlists, the nominees, they have been already, the shortlists have been compiled. They're ready, and they will be announced soon. So we're looking forward to that. And then, of course, you're all invited to join the award ceremony on the first night of the 2-day event in London. Thank you very much, everybody, all the speakers. Thanks for taking the time to watch this webinar live. And I haven't forgotten about this great venue that the symposium is taking place. It's Church House in Westminster, right near Westminster Abbey. Big Ben is there, right in the heart of London. And we have a video for you that is going to show you the venue that we are looking forward to have for this year's symposium. And don't forget, today is the last day where you can sign up for the early bird tickets to take part in the symposium at a discount. Thank you very much, and see you all in London in 4 weeks. Bye.